a week and I will be 16.
Okay. Good age to
To fight for my academic results.
Uh-huh.
And may I ask you the first question, like how do you comment on our students' performance today?
Oh, it was good. It was great. I think it's not easy for young people, of course, to speak out in an audience like this, and the way you did was great. We tried to answer your questions. I hope was some useful things for your life in it. But on the other hand, we are not sages. We cannot predict the future.
Indeed, I really agree on it. And do you have any impression of the schools in Hong Kong?
Well, I mean, I've not been here long enough to see really the way you study and so forth. And I have not been in the school. I mean, inside of a school, seeing how you get taught. And I mean, what fraction of the time do you formally sit in classrooms versus do you have labs? Do you?
Yeah, we do.
In what, chemistry or biology or?
Like for all science labs, like 2 extra science lab and biology lab, chemistry lab, and also the physics lab.
Oh, well, that's good. I mean, I think to have good labs takes time and more effort and money. I mean, it's not easy. So if you have that opportunity, that's great.
And do you have any advice for students who are interested in pursuing a career in science?
Yeah, well, okay, you heard already some of the points. I mean, the first thing is you have to roughly decide what area is of interest. Then presumably you will want to go to university. You don't have to. I mean, there are people who take a year off in another country, for instance, to get an experience. That's also possible. But the traditional way, of course, is you pick a field and study it for a while, and then maybe you like it, maybe you don't. So that's the first order pick. Once you've picked then a particular subject, say one of the ones we are talking about here, mathematics, physics, astrophysics, biology, medicine, etc., well, then, of course, you have to go to the grungy details of exams and learning everything until you have a degree. And then, of course, the next question is, what profession will you actually go to? Do you want to go, say, if you're a medical degree, do you go into clinical application, or do you stay in the laboratory? So these are all stepwise decisions which refine your path, and if you pick research as your field, then in one of these areas, as you heard, it's important to learn from others, but then keep your own mind. I mean, you don't believe everything the older ones tell you. They may give you old truths which are not relevant anymore. The most important thing is to be excited.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor.